Hi everyone, I have achieved a victory. So after much chagrin and a lot of effort, I have replaced my barrels, the previously instituted rain barrels that I plumbed from the external walls, and I DIY'd it, not having any real idea what to do, but just winging it. I should have watched some YouTube videos or something, but anyway, these proved to be quite leaky. And that's not very conducive for the health of the wood constructed water tower. So this last week I purchased 5 more rain barrels. These are actually nicer barrels. They have a nice wax coating on the inside and actually all around seem very nice. And they're all screw tops intact and the gaskets and so on and so forth. Well, do I want to show you that? At the risk of ruining the siphon, we'll try it and just see what happens. Hopefully I don't have to redo this one again. Pulling a siphon is simple enough. So anyway, got nice wax coating on the inside. I got a bunch of water from the creek and filled up these barrels so that I could leave this week having fully plumbed barrels. Each one's pressure is integrated into the header. With a siphon equalizer, you have to pull a siphon on all 5 barrels, each barrel independently, and run it into the header, and the header will allow the pressure to equalize in all the barrels. So when the main barrel, the one that's connected to the gutter, is actually in the middle, fills up from the rain from the roof on my little homemade tiny house here, the SCRAP house or crap house, depending on which way you want to do it. So the rain comes off the roof, feeds into the gutter, and gets deposited into that middle barrel. Now there's a siphon pulled on all 3 of these back barrels, these 2 barrels up front, and then those siphons are pulled into that equalizing header right there. And so they should equalize as rain accumulates in the middle barrel, and hopefully as the season goes on we'll have plenty of running water. And I'm very excited about this. Hopefully I can keep it from freezing this year. Hence the insulation. And when I set up the home biogas system, that will also provide us with a little bit of heating capacity for maybe maintaining higher temperatures in the water tower itself, just to keep the water relatively warm. I don't know. I'm making this whole thing up as I go, and it's been an adventure. But anyway, so here's my running water. Hooray! Coming down from all 5 barrels. And we got this nice little valve. So anyway, yesterday I got tired of running buckets from the creek, so I got sidetracked and moved out here. Wanted to clean up some of this stuff, this area, so that I can continue putting these side support posts all along the perimeter and ultimately meet up with the back post here and essentially have a skirt, I guess kind of a porch system. Hey lizard, sorry, excuse me. Support system, nursery, just a sunroom, if you will. I'm not exactly sure, once again, how I'm going to do all that or what I'm going to do with it, but I've contemplated using it for a nursery, for the greenhouse, or anything functional. And of course I will rebuild the entire boardwalk. Presently I thoroughly enjoy its function. Its form is a little lacking. And it's not exactly the most permanent structure. It's not exactly level or anything. And anyway, I do intend to go over and redo the entire thing. Probably still using pallets and you know, the free wood that we get, that God's abundance capitalized. Anyway, I did that yesterday, and I also spent some time clearing out the mess, as you can see, because now that the rain barrel water system is running, it's about time to turn my attention over to rebuilding the greenhouse and getting that established and running. I plan to use some rain gutter gardening systems for the growing of sweet, delicious herbs and vegetables. Hello, another lizard. Probably grow some cannabis for my own personal use, and you know, slowly but surely get myself free and independent anyway. So if you guys have ever seen those videos where they made the crop circles, there's a couple of guys out there that claim they made an abundance of crop circles. Actually went out there with just some planks and a rope, and they just went and stomped down the bush. And that's exactly what I did here. I stomped down the bush. Of course, all that shit needs to be cleaned up, but it's actually very efficient, and it's quick, and it's pretty painless. I mean, it's not like swinging a bush axe or you know, a weed eater or anything like that. You're just flattening everything out, and it is my hope that the dead plant material will smother out everything else. And I think I'm going to just cover this whole freaking place in, well, I got to flatten it out, but cover it all in cardboard boxes so that it really does smother out everything beneath. We actually did that here in the greenhouse, and where the boxes are, clearly there's nothing growing. But I think a more thorough coverage is worth my attempt. So the sun has finally come out. It's been gray and cloudy here in North Carolina for about 9 or 10 days now, and I got here and the Titan solar generator did not have any power in it. Well, it had 1%, so it did run the lights, but that was about it. So as we approach the season where it gets cloudier and darker and the days grow shorter, I think I'm going to turn off the mini fridge while I'm away, and that way I'm pretty certain I should have a steady flow of power every visit from this day forward. So we're getting a nice charge now, and it's a beautiful day, beautiful autumn day here in Rowland, Oxford, North Carolina, on the country. So making some progress, getting a little bit closer. This is the big hooray for today, for this week. It's been I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks in the making, so it's finally done. It finally works. And as the rain barrels fill, of course my pressure is going to get better, and so I guess I will probably plumb my shower from, let's see, right around where the bottom lines are on the barrel. So if I carry that straight across, that'll give me a good shower head. I'm a short guy, by the way. I'm just a runt. But so I could use a shower head right around there. Actually, it'll be in the back here in the back wall. So I'll mount a shower there, and hopefully we get one of those nice, you know, it's a quarter circle, and it just slides open and closed. And that and the biogas toilet will be really the last objectives for making this a fully functional house. Aside from you know, just getting a little hot plate so I can cook meals down here, and maybe even a sink. I might just plumb a sink in here. Not exactly sure yet. Once again, always making up as I go. But it's been a grand adventure, and this is a hell of an accomplishment. I'm so glad to have running water again. It's been a long time. I've been showering out here with that guy, which actually for the last 2 or 3 weeks has been really nice, because I've been putting the little 2.5 gallon water jug down by the fire at night, and you know, it sits there for about an hour or so while I'm eating dinner and preparing dinner, and you know, looking at the stars, and provides me with a very nice warm shower, very comfortable, very sweet. But as it gets colder and colder and colder outside, naturally I'm going to want to have something in here. And in my real estate ventures, we have a flipper who has a baseboard heater in his house, and I was unaware of the existence of baseboard heaters until then. So now that I am, a baseboard heater would heat this place perfectly. Absolutely perfectly, especially when I got the home biogas system set up and I'm feeding it gas from my compost and my waste. Like the other young man in North Carolina who has himself a home biogas system. Very, very cool stuff. So freedom ain't shit without independence. And that's probably why all the doctors are caving and everybody else is caving, because everybody's in debt and everybody's living beyond their means. And I am endeavoring at least to be a part of the solution. And it's a rugged life. It's a lot of challenge and struggle. But man, you know, if you can find it in your heart to appreciate God's sweet abundance and this paradise that we've been given, you know, it's worth it. It's so worth it. I get frustrated, of course, but you know, if I can live out here in peace, with the independence to have my own clean, naturally provided running water and electricity and shelter and food, I mean, what more could you ask for? And then when you get a system like that up and running, and with the technology and understanding we have nowadays to basically automate it, the rain gutter garden system is a fascinating system of irrigation and automation. It seems to have a lot of success. Then you have time to grow, to learn, or to become an activist, or to get an education, or to raise family, or whatever the hell it is you want to do. Freedom ain't shit without independence. And if you have that independence, which is what I'm trying to get out here, you can do anything. The world is your oyster. It's too bad I figured this out at 41 instead of 21. But, you know, life is what it is. I can still appreciate it now. So all that being said, thanks so much for inviting, or for joining. And we'll catch you next time.